Hello, J Momos, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are, y'all hear that thunder and lightning outside? Whew. So today we're gonna be in the kitchen. I am baking 2 cakes for Jaden's birthday. So a lot of you have been asking me to do a video decorating the cake. Okay, so today is the day you are going to get what you asked for on today. Okay, so I am going to be making a yellow cake with buttercream icing, and I'm also making a chocolate cake with whipped icing. So Jaden only wanted a chocolate pancake with whipped icing, nothing fancy. But y'all know I always have to be extra, right? So I was like, well, mama want to make you a decorative cake because for the last few years I have not, been in the kitchen baking and doing like decorative cakes and stuff like that. So it's been a minute since I've made this type of cake. And so let's hope I'm not rusty, y'all. I did make, was it a Valentine's Day cake? But before then, it had been a few years since I made a cake. I hadn't made a cake like that since I closed my business down. So, but yeah, so today is the day we are going to get in the kitchen. I'm bringing y'all with me. So I am going to give you the recipe to the yellow cake, the chocolate cake, and the whipped icing. I'm sorry, I cannot give that buttercream icing recipe out, okay? So you can, but it's plenty of recipes on TikTok and Pinterest and YouTube. So you'll have to go get the buttercream recipe from somebody else. But yeah, that recipe is on lockdown. But anyway, I am not going to continue to talk. This video, I'm pretty sure is gonna come out late. But I'm sure y'all don't mind. I'm sure y'all will just be getting off of work and y'all have already eaten dinner, had your bath, so you can sit back and watch Jamonica K. Okay, now let's get into this video. Okay, y'all, I already have my 2 cups of water. I'm going to add my buttermilk. You want to add all of your wet ingredients first, and then we're going to add our dry ingredients. We have 6 eggs. Now we're going to add our vegetable oil to it. So I'm just going to mix this together really quick, and then we're going to add our dry ingredients. Do y'all hear the thunder? Okay, it is about to go down outside. All right, so I'm going to add our yellow cake to this. I use the Duncan Hines butter cake mix, so that's what I'm adding to it. You can use the yellow cake, but I like the butter cake mix, so I'm going to add that. Next, we're going to add in our 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And then a cup of sugar. Once I mix this up, then I'm going to add my vanilla. I like to scrape my bowl so you can get all of that extra flour, sugar that's on the sides and at the bottom of the bowl. You want to stir that in, and then I'm going to let my mixer go until it's nice and smooth. Now, you don't want to over mix it, but you do want everything to be nice and smooth. Okay, I'm going to add my vanilla and a little bit of almond flavor. Now you don't want to add a whole lot of the almond because it is strong. So this is how you want your batter to look, nice and smooth like this with no lumps or anything in it. So when you fill your cake pans up, don't fill them as high as I filled it. I like to fill mine high because with this particular cake, because I want it tall and I want all of my layers even, I am going to I'm going to cut the tops off of them, and that will allow my cake layers to be even. So you'll see what I'm talking about once the cakes are baked up, and they are going to rise up a lot higher than the cake pan, and that's exactly what I want them to do. But the thing they don't realize is, like the stuff that we go through, we don't have to do it because you try. Like we can tell you do it anytime, and they don't realize if we doing you a favor because we like Okay, so for the chocolate cake, we're going to mix all of the dry ingredients first. We're going to start with 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup and 3/4 of flour, 3/4 cups of cocoa powder. I use the Hershey's cocoa powder. I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of salt, and then 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda and baking powder. Okay, so we're gonna add our wet ingredients. I'm gonna add the milk. I had 1 egg inside the milk, y'all. And then I'm gonna add the other egg. I was supposed to put both of them inside there, and I don't know, I guess I forgot to put 1 in the milk and 1 in the other bowl. And then I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Now in my chocolate cake, I like to go ahead and add my vanilla because we're gonna add a cup of boiling water. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my vanilla into this one. And while this is mixing, I'm gonna go ahead and put my cup of water into the microwave and let it boil, and then we're gonna add it to the batter. Now this is a thin batter, so if your batter is thin, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. I'm gonna take me a quick lunch break, so I'm gonna fix these vegetable dumplings. So all I have to do is pop them in the microwave, and then I'm gonna add me some sauce to it. So you don't have to trim your cake like I am, but when I have a decorative cake, I just like for it to be a nice color once you cut it. But this is a step that you don't have to do, but I would recommend if you have a decorative cake just to do it so it'll look a lot nicer when you cut into it. Honey, look at that buttercream. It has a nice color. It's smooth. Now, when you're making your buttercream, you don't want to put your mixer on a high setting simply because you will whip air bubbles into your icing, and you don't want to do that because once you start to put your icing on your cake, then you will have problems with all of those air bubbles and trying to get them out of your cake. Well, when you get ready to smooth your cake, then you'll have problems trying to get all of the air bubbles out. Now, well, I thought I was recording when I put the start to put the icing on the cake, but I forgot to press the record button. So I don't have that footage of when I was stacking the cake and putting the icing between the layers and all of that. But here we are. So when I put my first layer of icing on, I put it into the freezer, and you want to allow it to get hard. That way, once you take your cake out and put the final coat of icing on it, you don't have to worry about your cake moving around, and all of that is nice and stiff, and it's a lot easier for you to work with. I forgot to tell you that you do want to put it in the freezer for about, I think I had mine in the freezer for about 30 to 40 minutes. That way it was nice and solid. And I also want to tell you, in the video, you see me putting my spatula underwater. And so I run hot water, or you can boil some hot water and dip your spatula in it. And that just helps the buttercream to get nice and smooth, so you don't have a lot of, those lines like you see right here. But I didn't worry about trying to get all of the lines out because I know I'm just gonna go in with some crushed Oreos, and that's not gonna show. But if I was just doing a plain cake, then I would just smooth it out a little bit more. But since I'm gonna have the Oreos, I really don't have to worry about trying to, get the cake super, super smooth. And the drip that I'm using is just some white chocolate almond bark, and I add shortening to it that will soften it up a little bit. But once it is on the cake and the cake is cool, that chocolate will harden up. And that's exactly what I want. I just want it to stay in place.
Take up some space. You're too far away. Make no mistake. Hey, I think you should stay. I want every little bit. I ain't never seen it drip like this. Heaven at my fingertips. Let's not let a minute slip. Just say you have me. Oh, taste and see. Yeah, I hope you don't sleep on me. I've got good and plenty, yeah. Inhabit all the spaces in between. It's magic when I taste you in a beat. Yeah. Average day is spent all in the sheets. Emphatic when I tell you what you mean to me. Chemistry, intimate memories. Every time I give you all my energy. Emphasis and never sleep. Yeah, never sleep. Say you have me. Oh, taste and see. Yeah, I hope you don't sleep on me. I've got good and plenty, yeah. Oh, speak your mind, babe. You've been thinking all this time. Ooh, what wouldn't I do for you, baby? I wanna grow with you.
Okay, y'all, so now we are going to make our whipped icing. I'm going to start with 4 cups of heavy cream. If you're making some where you don't need a lot of icing, you will only use 2 cups of heavy cream. Then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So for the vanilla, I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay. Now, if you want pure white whipped icing, you would use clear vanilla. But I don't have to have pure white, so I'm just going to use the brown vanilla. Then I'm going to add in my instant pudding. Now, you want to make sure you get instant. This acts as a stabilizer. Now, if you're not using this on a cake or anything like that, you don't have to do that. But if you want a nice stable icing, you're just gonna add this to stabilize it. You can use vanilla, you can use white chocolate. If you're making, just a regular whipped icing. And then I'm gonna add my powdered sugar. Okay, then we're going to mix this on low for about 2 minutes and then high for about 4 minutes. All right, y'all. So our whipped icing is done. And see, that's what you want. Nice and firm. Y'all see that? See, I turn it upside down, it don't fall off. So that's what you want.
I don't like to see you crying on your pillow. Never wanted you to feel like I'm not there. But I know that in this life you will have trouble. I just wanna let you know that I'm still writing you new love letters. You see how I take care of the sparrow. I do it all for you to prove I gotcha. You see how I'm still painting the rainbow. So don't let go of me. Drawing close all out desperately when you need me the most. I am God, I'm your own. Don't let go. Keep holding on. No, I don't give my hardest battles to my strongest soldiers. Never ever was it your cross to bear. Let me fight your battle. I'm the only one who better than you know yourself. Drawing close all out desperately when you need me the most. I am God, I'm your rock. Don't let go. Keep holding on to me. Drawing close all out desperately when you need.
All right, y'all. So I have this edible 24 karat gold. I got it from Amazon. I don't even know if this brand is still around or what, but just look up edible gold or luster dust or something like that, and you should be able to find it. And then I'm gonna mix it with some rum. You mix it with rum because it allows it to dry faster. And then I'm just gonna put it on the cake. Jaden came in here and stopped me. I was getting ready to do some custom stuff, but she don't want it, so I'm just gonna try to do what I can with this, y'all. I really wanted to add her some other stuff, but she told me she don't want it, so we're gonna do what we can. We're trying to make it all plain Jane. Y'all know I don't like doing plain Jane, but I got to with this. So let me try to get y'all close to the cake so y'all can see what I'm doing. Let me put it down. Hold on a minute, y'all. I had to put my mic on. I have to get used to this mic, y'all, because I'm so used to just recording and going on about my business. But this is how it looks once you put the rum. You can also use flavor, but I like the rum because it dries. I'm just gonna sprinkle some of this gold down here just to add a little extraness to it. And it's real easy to use. It will, you know, add a little something to whatever it is that you are decorating or whatever. But baby Jaden, she just shut her mama all the way down. I'm talking about I was getting ready to do it up in the kitchen. Me and Alexa was up in here having us a good time and all of that stuff, and she saw I was doing all that extra stuff, baby. She shut it down. I said, oh well. I guess I'll be extra with mama when her birthday comes, because mama, she don't care about me being extra. But baby Jaden, she shut it down. So I'm gonna just add some more of the crumbs. Come on here, now why you come out like this? Around the edges of it. And then I think I'm gonna do the happy birthday. I have a topper. Let me find it. And I think I'm just gonna do the topper in the center of it just to add a little something. I have that birthday topper. So I'm just gonna add that to the center. And that's it. That's gonna be our whipped cake. Hold on now, don't be messing up. I done took all that time to get that straight. Okay. Don't be messing up my stuff now. And I'ma just sprinkle a little extra gold on there. And on the cake. And to do that, you just gonna hit your hand like I'm doing. You basically gonna do like that. And that will add it on there without it, you know, just being in one spot. And that's it, y'all. Quick, simple, and easy. Y'all can do this at home now. Y'all can do this at home. You don't have to have any kind of decorating skills and all of that. You could do this right at home. So I'm gonna do the second one, and then that'll be it, y'all. Okay, so I think your girl still got it. Look at these slices, y'all. They were so big, we had to cut them in half just to get them on the plate. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, y'all.